Hey everybody, I hope you are doing well. Today's video is all about the bow, bow care and maintenance. So you will need your bow, you will need your rosin, you will need a cleaning cloth, and you will need a pencil. If you don't have rosin, call your music store and have them send some to you. You should have that in your case, however, if you rented. If you don't have a cloth, you can just use a soft cloth from home. It's not a big deal. Okay. Okay. So the biggest things with the bow are, number one, do not touch the hair, or try to touch the hair as little as possible. Okay. The hair is supposed to be kept clean, and the hair is sticky because of the rosin, and you don't want to take that sticky texture away. So try to touch the bow as little as possible. Another thing I tell my students is don't put your bow on the floor. Okay, whenever you put your bow down, you put it on your music stand, you put it on your lap, or you can put it behind you on the chair. Okay. When you're done practicing, you should wipe off the stick. I'm not wiping off the hair, but I am going to wipe off the stick to get the rosin and dirt and all that stuff off the stick. Okay. Rosin, you're not going to use this yet. We're going to get to it. But I did want to at least tell you about it. Okay. So when you practice, you're going to just put some rosin on the stick like so. Okay. If you pull your bow and it does not make a sound, chances are your bow is brand new and it has no rosin whatsoever. Okay, so in that instance, you're going to rosin a ton. Scrub, 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 scrub. Okay, if you pull your bow and it makes a sound, it already has some rosin on it, and you just have to add a little bit each time you practice. Okay, so let's talk about tightening and loosening the bow. Okay, so when you practice, you're going to tighten the bow hair. When you are done practicing, you're going to loosen the bow hair. If you tighten the hair too much, or if you leave the hair tight for a long time, it will stretch and it will not tighten anymore, and you have to go and get it replaced, which typically costs about $30. So very important to tighten your bow and loosen your bow before and after you practice. Okay, so let's go over the parts real quick, and then I'll show you how to tighten your bow. Okay, so over here we have the screw, adjusting screw. Here we have the grip. Here we have the stick. Here we have the tip. Here we have the hair. And here we have the frog. Okay. I always have my bow in my right hand because that is my bowing hand. Okay. So put your bow in your right hand. Take your left hand and you're going to turn it righty-tighty to tighten it, and lefty-loosey to loosen it. Okay. Okay, now take your pencil and slide it between the hair and the stick, and you're going to put it right in the center of the bow. Okay. Okay, now bow in the right hand, screw in the left hand, and start turning righty-tighty. Now when the pencil slides out, that is approximately the correct amount of tension. Okay, so I call that the pencil test. You can try that. Now, a couple things you want to look for after you tighten the bow. Okay, the bow should always have a dip. Okay, if the stick is straight, that means your bow is way, way, way too tight. Okay, number 2 was the pencil test, which I already showed you. And then number 3 is the pressure test. Okay, so I put the pencil in the middle and I push down, and I should be able to get the stick to touch the hair with a moderate amount of pressure. Okay, so I'm pressing at a scale of 1 to 10, I'm pressing with about a 5 or a 6. Okay, now if you put the pencil up there and the stick just flops down to the hair easily, it's too loose. If you have to push really, really, really hard, the stick is too tight. Okay, so you got your pencil test, and then you got your pressure test, And then you're looking to make sure that the stick always has a nice dip in it. Okay? And then I practice. Then I'm done practicing. Now I want to loosen it. So bow in the right hand, left hand on the screw, lefty loosey. Now I am going to loosen it until there's a little gap. See this little space opening up in here? Okay. I don't want that space. So I'm going to turn it back until that space is gone. Okay. And then it should be appropriately loose. Okay. Pencil test, very easy. Okay. No pressure at all. Okay. But the hair is still in a straight line. Now, if I loosen it too much and the hair starts to get kind of floppy, starts to kind of come apart, that's too loose. Okay. You don't want those hairs to snag on your violin case. Okay. So again, I close that gap up. So it's limp, it's loose, but I don't have hair hanging all over the place. Okay. And then I'm going to wipe the rosin off. Okay. Put that bow somewhere safe until I practice the next time. Okay. So have fun with that. Thank you.